Yo, you guys, what is going on? It's your boy Blazendary, and today in this video, we have a hype room tour. Let's get it. So guys, this has been a long work in progress. I've been working my ass off these last 5 years to try and get to where I'm at today, and I just want to thank everybody for their support and everybody that's clicked on this video. Drop a like on this video, it really helped me out, and make sure if you're brand new, you go ahead and subscribe. And maybe you can get some ideas for how to do your own room. You guys saw the entrance to the room. Basically, if you come out here, it's actually just my bedroom is up there. And then over here, this is where I have just like the rest of my house. So this is like its own secluded office. So right here in the beginning, in the front of the office, I have a PlayStation Travis Scott rug. This is actually a item that is released before, but it's so timely with the new PlayStation stuff. There's a lot of hype around it right now. And then this is also where I'm sort of keeping some of my packages. I'm opening a ton of stuff on the vlogs as of recently, so be sure you guys tune into the vlogs to make sure you know, hey, this is the package that we got this week, or if there's a new series dropping on a video. You never know, the vlogs have all the details. And then we also have just a Supreme lantern and a little bape messenger bag. There's a hook that's already on the door, so I could just kind of put whatever I want. I might switch it out in a week or 3 weeks, however long it may take me. But then this right here, this is what I've been waiting so long to set up. And it has been a insane process just going all the way through it. So we're gonna make a little circle around the whole room, and we're gonna end with the most hype stuff in the hype cube. So let's talk about what's on this shelf right here. This is just an accumulation basically of my entire Supreme collection. This is also some pieces from Bape, and there's also some hype sneakers like the Strangelove SBs. We also have down here the 711 SBs. So a lot of this stuff is just gonna be sneakers that I'm like, hey, this is hype at the moment, but I'm gonna change it out when there's a new cool hype sneaker. Maybe sell them or keep them depending on how I feel. But yeah, it's just a lot of storage of Supreme items. So expect to see my new Supreme collection. It's gonna be dropping in this house, but probably in 2021. Now there's a couple little items on this shelf that I wanna go ahead and talk about a little bit. So this first one right here, we have a Bape X. This is actually from the homie Eric. An item I've had in my collection for a very long time now are the Supreme water pistols. At this point, these Supreme pistols are probably going for around $500, which is crazy to think because I bought them in like a Supreme mystery box and they were valued around like 50 back then. And then like we have these Supreme footballs. Each of these are like $350, which is also really crazy to think about. We have right here the Supreme crowbar. Yes, they did make a crowbar. And then an accessory that I absolutely love is gonna be this Supreme melodica. I can play the piano, which you guys will see in a little bit, but this is just super cool. And then there's also like a hatchet. Like, come on, like some of this stuff is pretty ridiculous, but gotta have it on display. Then we also have this item right here. This is the Supreme comb. Yeah, they made a comb based on like those little, you know, those prop switchblades. And then this is one that I really love. This right here is the Blazendary does the trade up challenge. Then we also have a New Testament stash Bible. This is another one of those items that over time, you just have really seen a huge increase in value because collectors like me aren't gonna sell it, and anybody that does want to sell it wants like 600 bucks, which is crazy. Chunky Dunkies, I may get rid of these because I'm not gonna wear them. It's not a shoe that I could see in my collection as like a rotation shoe. And then yeah, let's talk about one last thing on this shelf right here, guys. Supreme burner phones. Your boy managed to get 4 of them. And then we have these little Air Forces that are samples. They're one of ones. They were made just for like look-see samples. They even say sample on the inside, but this is a right shoe and a left shoe. So if anybody out there has the right shoe and the left shoe, please let me know. I'd love to complete these. Like this, why haven't they released this Air Force? This is insane, guys. With the freaking galaxy on the inside, icy bottom. Right next to the Supreme shelf over here is my workstation. So this is like a couple different things. I have this desk right here, which I'll use to make mock-ups, art pieces, etc. because I design and do all the work for blazendary.com, which is my brand. If you guys would support that, mean the world. And then we just have a giant closet because this is like a master bedroom. It came with a built-in closet. And then up here we have this stained glass window. How cool is that? Just to kind of have in the room. Very old house. It's super cool to see this detail. Over here, this is my desk. I've been using an iMac Pro to edit my YouTube videos for the last 3 years. I actually made a video of when I unboxed this beast. I have this little side monitor right here, fully loaded, 2017 iMac Pro. It was actually $12,000, all fully spec'd out to edit all my videos for these channels. So make sure you guys subscribe to the Pokemon channel and the gaming channel. But the Pokemon channel, we're going crazy. So make sure you guys watch that thing blow up. Next to the iMac stand is my gaming computer. Now I've had these behind each other before and it was okay with my spacing, but I love this corner setup right here, and I plan to really make this like a super large office space when I get, you know, another house, because I'm renting this house right now. But I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like in the Hype Room for now, and you guys can see it. I got a 4th monitor up on the wall, which is a giant curved vertical monitor. It's absolutely beautiful. Really helps me out a ton when making my streams. I have a lot more information about this on the gaming channel, so I'd check that out if that's an interest. And I try to do my best as I could with my cable management. So down below, I think this is like the best I've had it in years. It just could be cleaned up maybe with some like cable wrap things in the back, but for the most part, to have all these wires, all these setups and monitors just look like that, I'm very okay with that. We have a little idea calendar here and just some other little things to try and, you know, keep me organized, like this little bape tin. This little bape tin holds my expo markers, so I use a lot of my Hypebeast stuff like for real purposes when I can. Same with like this bape coaster. I mean, I use it every time I have a drink on my desk. Next to the desk is the rest of the Hype Room. So this is my piano. I really love to play the piano. So I love playing the piano. It's like one of my favorite side hobbies. I'm getting into making beats a little bit. So having it right next to the computer is perfect because it's an MIDI keyboard. I can use it to make some beats. And then you guys also can see, this is kind of how I have my setup for my videos. So I just have my little table right here. It's actually a sit stand vertical table, so I can move it up or down depending on if I want to sit or if I want to stand. And then over here is where I have my Nike display stand. So it is sort of like a memorabilia corner basically. There's a lot of stuff in this corner that I'd love to talk about for a second. Like we have my 1 million YouTube plaque. This is obviously such a huge accomplishment and it happened roughly 2 years ago. We have my 100,000 plaque and a little Charlotte Observer article of when I did a video donating shoes to the homeless, which we'll actually be doing again. We do it every year. We've been doing it for 4 years. We're hosting another Blazendary annual shoe drive, and we'll have more information in the coming videos. So of course we have the Nike mags. You guys have seen this corner a ton if you're familiar with the channel, but if not, this sneaker right here is one of these sneaker holy grails based on the movie Back to the Future 2, where they used this in the 1985 movie. Marty McFly went to the future and everybody expected the shoes to be looking like this, which obviously we know most shoes, they aren't looking this fly. We also have up here the first ever sneaker custom that I've ever done on my channel, the Galaxy Roshis. I went all out on these, and I remember it was such a big deal when I got them reposted by Angelus. It was like a crazy moment for me. This is like the restoration, the customization, the upbringing of the Blazendary channel, which we know now is like lifestyle vlogs, content like that. It's been such a journey, and having it on display along with my other stuff that really means a lot to me, my YouTube channel, just a great reminder to see every day. The rest of the stuff down here is just some Nike Mag memorabilia, like we have my hoverboard, and we actually have some Pops, which took a little nosedive right here. We have those 1985 sneakers from not the movie Back to the Future, but just a Air convention that sort of, I feel like, inspired the Air Jordan 1s. And I know these have significantly rose in price as well, and just some more little memorabilia down at the bottom. But over here we have just my toolboxes, a chair, and the Hype Cube. And lastly, guys, we have the Hype Cube. So this right here is going to be an accumulation of some of my rarest, most personal favorite items, and it's also going to be empty in some of the slots because I now have so much space in this house. I'm able to properly display everything. I can have some space for if I want to get something new, I have space to. In this top left cube right here, I have this little toy car DeLorean, these little speakers from the 80s, which, you know, matches the DeLorean, and then these little Cactus Jack boat keychains, a Supreme hourglass, some Pops, and a 2001 bape pillow. Just some items for my collection that I really like, and I wanted to display them separately. We also have right here the tan Yeezy ones. My Blinks are actually upstairs in my closet, and I think my Zens are also upstairs in my closet, so we only have 1/3 of the Yeezy 1 collection right here. But it is just an excellent shoe, and I'm almost worried that in the next couple years this midsole is going to deteriorate, because, you know, that happens to all Jordans, and this has a Jordan, I think it's a 3 midsole, so a little worried about that. Down here we have these little bape transformers. So I actually built this one on video. No joke, took me like 40 minutes. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And then there's another sealed one. This one's a little less intricate, but I have it sealed in the box. I'd like to keep it that way. And then we have my little Supreme sticker collection. So this is literally every Supreme sticker that has come out since 2017 for the most part. And the rest of them are in my Supreme table, which you guys have seen in my closet tour. Just got a pair of little Bapestas right here. And then just some other Supreme accessories that honestly didn't really match anything else, like this dumbbell, a razor. Right here we have the Louis Vuitton Jenga, super limited item that came out, and I was able to get my hands on it. We also have a little Cause figure. Of course, y'all already know, baby. Blazendary.com, get your orders in for the holidays. Literally, get it in for the holidays. We got the Blazendary necklace coming out, which is going to be releasing on November 27th. Make sure you guys get your order in for the holidays. We got some new merch mystery boxes and Hypebeast mystery boxes. And then in the bottom, we just have some stuff from my newest Travis Scott haul, which you guys can check out that video. This is my little bear brick collection. I actually color coordinated these bear bricks, so it goes from red all the way to purple at the end. Then we have the 400% in the back. So it's just like a nice little display item. I love the bear bricks. I know people like to collect them. They tend to range anywhere from $15 to a couple $100s, if not thousands, for some of the gigantic ones, like the one you guys see up here, which actually at this point now is going for around $1,000. I made about 500 on it if I want to go ahead and sell it. We have my bespoke Nikes. So these are a custom Nike Air Force that I designed in the Bespoke Lounge at 21 Mercer Street in New York City. I did this actually last year, 1 year and 3 months ago at this point. It's really crazy to think that much time has gone by since I've designed these. It almost feels like 4 or 5 months ago. This is just an amazing one-of-one exclusive Nike shoe designed personally for me. Paid $1,000 for it, and it's worth every penny to see Blazendary on the top of the tongue on the Air Force. As you guys can see on foot, I'm wearing the Air Force Supremes right now. So as you guys can see, I'm just a huge Air Force collector, and I had to do my own shoe in an Air Force as well. Nothing else as far as the cubes on the bottom, so we'll stick it up here for the remainder of the video. Just some more bear bricks, which is next to the other bear bricks. So we have a little Gold Lucky one, Bape, Star Wars, Uno bear brick game, a Toy Story, and some Marvel and Tom and Jerry. Also a little Rolex plate and the money gun, which if you've never seen it before, still gonna be annoying as hell to clean up. Had to do it, but let me just say that's a pain in the ass to clean up. Then right here we have the Nike Air Jordan 1 Off-White. I've absolutely destroyed these things. There's like a little bit of star loss up top. There's just some gunk and shit I should probably clean off, but I love these. They're just honestly a great wear, but I think I needed to put them on ice for at least a year because I was wearing them way too much. A shoe I'd like to wear in the upcoming season are gonna be these Off-White Sails. These are a women's exclusive colorway, but they came out and I was able to get them in my size in a men's. They're actually an 11.5 women, so that's a size 10 in men. But also there's like a ton of extra cushioning and stuff. So I had to size half up at least anyways, because you know, you wouldn't be able to fit in there regardless. Then we have a little Jack Boys helmet right here. That's just gonna be, you guys know already the deal. Travis Scott stuff, I'm buying that all the time. I think it's a great investment. A lot of this stuff goes up in price significantly. And the last item in the cubes is gonna be just some Bape electronics. These are Bape electronics, so that's a Bape Polaroid. There's also the Bape and Master Dynamic collab headphones. So yeah, this is like what, Hype Room V4, Hype Room V5 at this point. It's pretty crazy to see how many different changes this room has gone. I absolutely love the stuff in the collection, and I'm gonna continue to grow and just diversify my collection. I love Bape, Supreme, Bear Brick, Nike, Jordan. I'm a collector of all different sorts of things. But that's gonna be the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check out my other videos. I know you got time to watch another one. Come on, click one of these videos on the screen. And be sure to check out the merch. It's your boy Blazendary signing out. Stay positive and